advance, and we can pretty much go into that now. So I'm just actually going to tell the admins we can go. And basically, for anybody wondering about the format of Dreamhack, it's a little bit different to anything I've seen before, and I actually like it.
Yeah.
64 players, and now we have like 16 groups or more. 4, 8, 12, 16.
Yep,
16 groups.
Yep.
2 advance. So we actually lose 50% of people today.
Yep. But they get to play a lot of games, though. That's the cool thing. Because it's a group stage format, they get to play at least 3 games.
Exactly.
So that's pretty awesome. I love that format.
And tomorrow, basically, we have a new group again.
Yep.
And then we lose again 50%. So we have 2 days of group stages, which is really unique, and I really do like that system, actually. And the only thing, I talked to Hellspawn about the format. It's randomized going into the group stages.
Yeah.
So it is randomized, which is a bit iffy, but at the same time, it still matters because first is going to get randomized with 1 other first player and 2 second players.
Yeah.
So if you finish second in your group, you're going to get randomized with 2 first players and a second player. So it is important to finish first and second for sure, and then obviously leading into the final bracket of 16 players on Championship Saturday. And excellent. And it looks like we are going to get ready to go into PUMA versus Osho coming up very, very shortly here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, honestly. PUMA, very, very aggressive player, but Osho, who someone is probably very unfamiliar with him. I believe he's Team Acer, if I recall correctly. So he's part of that team, which has loads of great European Zergs on it, including, of course, Nurchio.
Yeah.
Osho, like, he's known, and at least the last time I cast him, it's like he will open 10 pull. 10 pull, every time.
Aggressive, man.
Yeah, really aggressive. He just goes for it on 2 bases. He does not stop, and he's been able to pound down the doors of what some people will consider superior players as a result of that.
Indeed, and just looking at him, Team AcerOsho. So obviously there's something there. Team Acer, founded by Mondragon in like July this year.
Yep.
And Mondragon, for anybody that doesn't know Mondragon, shame on you, because he was literally one of the, if not the best Zerg player outside of Korea in Starcraft 1 for a very, very long time. It was always between him, Midian, Sen, and of course Rhett. Those are the 4 guys which were the best Zerg players outside of Korea. Mondragon, actually, if you guys know StarCraft 1, Savior. So Savior in StarCraft 1, the guy that got caught with all the scandal.
Yes, unfortunate. Yeah, former Bonjour.
Former Bonjour, indeed. He actually was a Bonjour within StarCraft 1. Mondragon actually beat that kid 2-1 in WCG 2007. So Mondragon was pretty good. And obviously he knows his stuff, knows who to hire. He's got Nurchio, Osho himself, and there's a lot of other players within that team as well.
Yeah, Team Acer's got a very, very strong Zerg lineup at the moment. Probably the strongest Zerg lineup in Europe, I would think, honestly. I mean, Millennium, of course, has Lelouch and also has Stefano, which is pretty tough too. But I'd say that Team Acer maybe edges them out just a little in that. We're going to see Osho give it a try against PUMA, who, of course,
Whenever I hear the name PUMA, I literally think Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Simply because this guy was locked away. Well, not really locked away, but locked away with Flash himself from StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
We literally had PUMA lie down and play game after game after game, 12, 14 hours a day against Flash himself.
Yeah.
PUMA was actually his nickname in Korea in StarCraft 1 was actually the training Bonjour.
Yeah.
Simply because he didn't really do that well. He was like always a mid-tier kind of player within StarCraft 1. But everybody was like, I want him to train with because he was so good at training. He'd literally play 14 hours a day. He'd do what you want in the game. He's like, all right, I want you to play like this guy. He does it. I want to play like this guy. He does it. He was so good. And so being tortured, as you could say, for 14 hours a day against Flash, this kid is good.
He was forged in the fires of hell, let's be honest. He actually was.
The fires of Korea. And he actually is one of the best. And potentially could take down this tournament. He's won so much in such a short period of time as well. And if you think about it, he came into the StarCraft 2 scene really late, and he did so well. And when he first came in, he played the NASL Open Bracket and was like, easy, first place. Goes to the NAS Grand Finals, easy, first place. IM, easy, first place. And he's just so good. His MLG performances are incredible. 5th place, 7th place, 10th place. He is so consistent within StarCraft 2. And it's going to be a hard challenge for Osho. Obviously, is nowhere near on the same skill caliber of PUMA, but Tal'Darim Orpha, a great map to open this series up for Osho, and he really has to be playing on his game. And well, we talked about how good Team Acer is. Nurchio, Mondragon, there are very good Zerg players within this team, which we're going to obviously help out Puma a lot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this one because it will be aggression versus aggression. These guys are going to tear bloody chunks out of each other, and it's going to be entertaining as hell.
Indeed, and we're pretty much ready to get this underway. I think the loser picks from the selected map pool, and just looking over the map pool, it is a fantastic map pool, by the way. Congratulations, Dreamhack, for actually sorting that out. You have updated match as well. GSL Antigua, there's no gold.
Yep.
We have TSL3 Metalopolis, Antigua Shipyard, Daybreak, Jewel Site, Shakuras, Taldarim, and Terminus Re. There is no Zelnoga Caverns, there's no Shattered Temple. Yep. You know, they've really selected the best maps for the best players for the best tournament.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Zelnaga and Shattered have fallen out of favor. They've been classic maps for a very, very long time. And when was the last time you saw a tournament that didn't have Zelnaga in it? And
exactly.
Yeah, now they're saying, nope, you know what? Zelnaga is a real pain. I mean, Zerg on Zelnaga, for instance, particularly against Terran, Idra actually thinks that's an automatic loss against a player that knows what he's doing. And there are players that do agree with him in that regard. So that's gone. And Shattered Temple, very Terran favored as well. And as a result, that has been thrown out and replaced. It's good. The map pool should evolve. And that's what we're seeing right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring you Team AcerOsho. He is in the blue trunks and he is playing Zerg to the northeast of this particular map, which is, of course, the Deafening Altar. And let me readjust this again. I would love to figure out why this computer is doing it, but I will readjust.
The Deafening Altar.
The Deafening Altar, yes, indeed. This is where you die. Versus his opponent, Evil Genius's Puma. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Terran to the northwest.
And for all you nerds out there, get your pen and papers ready. You know, we're going into the next game at 2 p.m. Show versus Bishu. Stefano versus Bishu.
Yes,
after that.
such a rematch.
Pro versus Nama. Phoenix versus Cytoplasm. And the list continues. But there's a few of our schedule coming up, so obviously stay tuned here. And as going back into this game, you know, will Osho be able to pull it off? Unfortunately, he hasn't got the best spawning positions overall, because, I mean, it's going to be very easy for Puma to go ahead and control the North Zelnoga Tower. This is the key point within these positions, within this matchup. As soon as that is controlled, you lose sight vision. You don't know where Puma's actually moving. Is he going to the north side? Is he coming south to actually go? And where do you take a fourth base from here? Granted, you get the destructible rocks at the top side, but then where do you take a fourth base? But look at this. We actually have a hidden barracks going down for Puma.
Oh, Puma's getting aggressive. Color me shocked. There you go. Yes, Puma does like to do this. He's a big fan of any kind of early aggression he could possibly get. And Osho at this point is actually playing uncharacteristically more passive, where we're seeing him grabbing the pool and the hatchery before the pool as well. And as I say, 10 pool was Osho's thing over and over again. So aggressive, straight into the pool before he put down his overlord. That it isn't happening this time around, and he's going to have to receive some really strong aggression right here from Puma.
Yeah, and basically it's not going to be scouted either. The drone pathway should not cross this barracks whatsoever, so it's going to go unscouted. Basically, Osho's going to be like, oh, okay, Archie's going to lose his overlord. Oh my god, okay, just turn it around. That was close. But he's going to think this is like a one barracks expansion play, because Korean players are actually quite good at that, because they're very, very good at defending against bailing pressures and so on. And we're actually seeing 3 SCVs being pulled as well. This is going to get sticky because we have 4 Zerglings on the way, but at the same time, he doesn't have a fantastic economy because he got gassed so early on. So he's actually got 3 drones, less mining, and there is the bunker placement. More SCVs, more Marines are coming. This is going to be very... If he loses that overlord, that might as well be GG. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be a solid supply block. However, he just pulled drones to prevent that from happening. Going for a 10 pull might have helped him out here, but Puma Puma just doesn't care. He's just going for it straight away. No. He's like, you know what? I just want to go straight through this group. I'm not going to waste time on you. And I don't know. Osho may be able to hold it. His Zergling control is pretty legendary.
But the bunker's going to finish, and he's going to be able to go in. He can build a second bunker as well. And from here on out, this gets difficult. He has got a lot of Zerglings, but there's a lot of SCVs here which will be able to repair the bunkers so easily. Yeah. And it's going to be so cost ineffective here for Osho to try and attack this.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the Roach transition, which would really be required to actually prevent that. Oh yeah, he does get a good surround on that one, but the problem is the Zergling count is dwindling very rapidly. He's going to have to just throw a lot of units at it. If he could bring down this one bunker, that would be a good start to force that away. There are still 6 Marines that he's got to deal with, though.
So basically, this attack is finished. He's going to do as much damage as possible. He should go in between the extractor or the assimilator and the mineral field to really get best surface area. And it's going to be very, very hard for these Lings to actually engage. So Puma just staying very, very cautious. Needs to think about a follow-up very, very shortly here, as he actually is lifting up barracks, building a command center now as well. And if this hatchery goes down, that's going to be the end of this game, because Osho cannot come back from that. He has to go now. I can't believe he's actually going to let this hatchery go down.
He's being incredibly careful. Oh my!
Puma's so good. He does not want the broodlings to come out, so he's not going to actually attack it until the very last second. Is that salt in the wound, TotalBiscuit? Yes, it is.
Then now is the time to kill it, of course. Yeah. Get rid of it, because the thing is, Osho moved back, and I think Osho realized the same thing. The broodlings are potentially dangerous, especially on this creeped area right here. And there's the speed completed right now, and Osho going in for a quick engagement, picks off one at the back.
This is so funny, but unfortunate for Osho. It really is, because they say, oh my god, if he actually doesn't kill the hatchery, is he going to get surrounded? He should be able to go in and get
it. Surely, the nice positioning right there by Puma. Down it goes. The broodlings come out to clean it up, but the hatchery does go down. And Osho did try there, but Puma, with excellent control, able to get into the exact location needed.
If Puma didn't get that hatchery, it would have been like Eminem's film, where his friend like shoots himself in the leg. That's actually what it would have been like.
That's a reasonable analogy, I've got to say.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I can get that. I can go with it. That
would have actually been hilarious if that happened, but no, it didn't. So
yeah, there you go.
Because it actually could have happened, because the surround could have happened on the other side. Oh no, no!
Hey, we brought friends. It's brought out there, and that's a bit of a mistake there by Puma. He should be able to hold on with the Marines coming out, but he's taking a lot of unnecessary damage here and having to pull SCVs.
Oh, that was kind of pain. And I bet Puma will turn around and he's going to be like, I did that on purpose. I'm giving the kid
I meant to do that.
Yeah, but he's losing a lot of SCVs here too, and that's pretty good now, because we actually have a lot of SCVs killed, including the ones on that bunker. Despite we've seen Puma ahead, of course, he's not that far ahead.
No,
23 versus 19. Does have a second command center now. But the biggest thing is Osho had to rebuild that hatchery. It's going to take a very long time.
Yeah, I love the fact that Osho just came back from that and just said, you know what, I'm just going to attack you.
Yeah.
Let's try a run by. Let's see if we can catch you off guard, out of position. Turns out he could, and do some damage there and try and close the gap. And while he did lose that hatchery, at least he's managed to at least do some damage right there, so that's good.
And we actually see a second factory coming down here for Puma. That is interesting. And he's probably just going to literally go for Marine Heli and push from here on out.
Yeah.
Probably won't get a tech lab or reactor on anything, and then push out with like 10 Marines, 4 or 5 Hellions, and Lings alone won't be able to do that. Despite not having combat shields and stim, that may be something he actually wants to do here. And then after this push comes, or after he decides to do this push, can then very easily build a reactor, then start to go and expand. The thing is, if he does do that, he's gonna have way too much gas build up. So he may actually just do it with, actually, like we see now, very small amount of units, rather than making it a heavy push attack. And then we are going to see tech coming out very, very shortly here from Puma.
Yeah, he's going to start prodding away. And the Roach Warren has now started for Osho, and he's also perhaps expecting that aggression. He certainly knows now, he's seen the Hellions, that he needs to create some kind of wall off, try and design his base in such a way that it can funnel Hellions into a position where they can be easily destroyed. The Roach Warren and the Spinecrawler are put in that position deliberately to try and prevent a lot of harassment coming in just around this corner right here from the Hellions. He'll now redeploy that to the front, knowing that his creep is spreading forward, knowing that Hellions are potentially on the way here.
Indeed, and Blue Flame actually being researched here, and so that's going to be a lot of Blue Flames and a lot of Marines coming out too. He actually may throw down a tech lab on the second barracks. He could go Hellion and Marauder. That may be something he wants to do, because we do have a tech lab on the first barracks, and Hellion Marauder is obviously very, very good if unspotted. And the way you want to deal with that is you have to go very roach heavy. But we are actually seeing Marines coming out now, and combat shields being researched. But we will be seeing a push very shortly coming up from Puma. But I like the way he's taken map control with the Hellions. But like I mentioned before the cast even kind of got going, is the center point where that Zelnoga tower is so important to control. And these roaches are coming, and looking in the production tab, we have a lot of Lings being made. So this could be very dangerous for Puma, especially because it's going to be so close. He actually needs Marauders to help with this, because now we're seeing Roach, Ling, all in. This is literally everything from Osho invested in this one push. Will we see Puma defend it? He should be able to if he pulls SCVs to heal the bunker.
Yeah, let's see how he does that. A good start to the engagement there by Osho, able to pick up a Hellion.
Flame is so close, 10 seconds away. If that finishes, obviously Lings are going to die so incredibly fast.
Yeah, Osho's going to be really careful right now. The fact that he's delaying this attack could be dangerous, but he's looking to try and find a way in there. I don't think there is one. I think Osho believes that too.
Exactly, and second bunker comes down, and he can't break through, and you can see in the production tab, he's actually building drones, and that hurt a lot. A lot, TotalBiscuit.
Yep.
A lot. because there's a lot of roaches, a lot of lings, absolutely useless. That is literally 20 drones worth of units that he can't have right now. And he could have if he was afraid of an attack, he could have built 20 drones first, and then built roaches and lings, and then dealt with the push. But now, he's hurt his economy a lot now. And that's going to be quite deadly for him. And now he's trying to go up to Lays, trying to take all these gases. You know, he hasn't got a third base. He hasn't killed the rocks. So in his economy, he's in a terrible position right now.
It's not good, is it? You never want to be in this situation when it comes down to what's going on there. And we've got another engagement coming in. Osho tries to catch his opponent out, but that really is not going to work. Hell, the trees set on fire. Puma is not having any of that nonsense. Smashes his way through that with very little effort whatsoever. Free Overlord donated as a bit of a parting gift here. And the pressure is going to start coming in.
And because that unit and drone kind of mechanic was switched the way around, we actually see Osho with a terrible economy because now he's only just now kicked in with drones.
Yeah.
So he actually can't reinforce ready for this attack to come. And I think this could be the end of him. We do have siege mode done as well, but 3 roaches and 2 lings so far, you know, it's nowhere near enough right now.
No,
it doesn't have stim, but at this point in the game, it really doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't make a climate difference. What's more important is the fact that he has combat shield, and those Marines are significantly more resilient without a backup from the medevac. Roach Warren is now down. Banelings are being morphed in to try and deal with this, but this push is really hard. The contain is even harder. Down goes the spine crawler as well. Osho getting annihilated right here, but he's natural. Banelings have got to connect well in order to make this work. Forward they go, try to target fire. Detonations on the tanks live. GG, ladies and gentlemen. The first game in this best of 3 series right there, going to Puma.
Indeed, and we always knew that AcerOsho was going to have a hard time against Puma. He's a very good player. And it looks like Soke just signed on for my Skype. I should probably turn Skype off now. Or
that might be an idea. You should just say hi to Soke on the screen.
I know, it just like popped up on the screen behind us.
Soke is online.
Soke is online.
Soke is chilling, as always.
I actually don't need Skype because we have the admins that are now controlling through the game, so I'll get rid of that.
No one on the stream can actually see that, by the way, except maybe in the background. But
yeah, you can see me like Alt-Tab kind of and get rid of Skype.
Yeah, these guys in the audience are having the wonders of Apollo's observing skill, and the guys on the stream are dealing with mine. So
I know.